Moving on then to our pit bike veterans class, another fantastically supported class here at Teesside today. Martin Cockayne starts on pole position. Alan Brooks, we spoke to him earlier, starts in second. Craig Willits is third, and Richard Rice is in fourth place. Once again, this qualifying was in mixed conditions, so a big spread in terms of times on these drivers. Steve Booth starts from fifth position. Mark Evans is there on row 3 as well in sixth place. Barry Prue starts in a very strong seventh place. Simon Chambers will be starting from eighth. And ninth place is going to be Dean Bednark. Steve Allen starts from 10th. Julian Gromit, great to see Julian back. Broke his leg badly last year. I believe this is his first competitive outing since that accident. He starts from 11th on the grid. Howard Taylor starts from 12th. Andy Williams in 13th. Joseph O'Neill, we spoke to him earlier, starts 14th. Gary Carter starts in 15th. Pete Forsyth in 16th. John Pearson 17th. Jeff Mills in 18th. Mark Hancock in 19th. Paul Ward in 20th. 27 riders in this field. So all of these riders I don't think were able to set times in qualifying, but Carl Williamson will start from 21st. James Mostger starts 22nd. Roy Marsden will be 23rd. Stephen Pickard 24th. Wayne Chaplin 25th. Dave Smith in 26th. And then last but not least, Neil Turner in 27th.
Yes, I've been told to look out for the three musketeers in this race, Andrew. We got Paul Ward, Mark Hancock and Barry Prue, legends of the BMB.
Yep, around for many, many years. Great to see all three of them back here at Teesside for the first round of the season. Joseph O'Neill, of course, back in this one. Good to see some of the support coming in for him once again.
As our grid girls there make way.
So this class sponsored by Gloucester Bike Specialists. First race of the year for the Premier Veterans. Should be a spectacular one, Jacob.
Yes, veterans of the BMB. Not our youth classes, as we've had 2 races or today. Some of the dads out in this one, which I love to see in club motorsport.
Great family atmosphere here, as yeah, you just saw dad of Alan and Ava, Gary, just forming up there on his 29 bike.
And Alan Brooks is in this one as well, whose sons Harvey and Ollie were in the first race of the day. We had him here in the studio earlier on, all the way from Welshpool in Middle Wales.
So waiting for the start here. Do keep your comments coming in. Thank you so much for all the interaction and all the support of all the different riders here at Teesside Autodrome today. Hope you're enjoying your Easter Sunday. ...27 bikes ready to go racing here around the 2.5 kilometres of Teesside Autodrome. And ready then with the green flag. The green flag is up. It's down. We're racing again at Teesside Autodrome. A fantastic start for some of the riders from about 5th and 6th on the grid as they head down through the first couple of corners. Looks like everybody's made it away off the grid, which is really good to see.
Yes, our race leader Martin Cockayne, I believe, from pole position. Is it, Andrew?
Yep, looking good at this stage of the race as they go up the reverse corkscrew and around the backside of the mountain. Now opening the taps as they start to charge down towards the S's for the first time in this 10-lap race for the Gloucester Bike Specialist SM Premier Veterans. Through the tricky S's now, the dry line starting to get a little bit wider. Thank you to Chris Blowfield, who supported the veterans. Round the top end of the circuit now and into hairpin 3. towards the end of lap 1. 10 laps, remember. Oh, and who is that down? Oh, this is one of the riders down from about 3rd place. Oh, we'll have to check who that was, but they're back up again. We'll have to check who that was falling down the order. I think it was someone in the region of Richard Rice or possibly Mark Evans. Yes, it's Richard Rice. Richard Rice falling through the order.
A very swift recovery, might I say, though, Andrew.
Very swift.
Almost as if he thought he'd do a quick bit of breakdancing for us before getting back on the bike.
Well, he's gone to 9th place, so he's not completely out of this one, but it is Cockayne in the lead from Alan Brooks there in 2nd, Mark Evans 3rd, Steve Booth in 4th, and Barry Prue up there in 5th place.
Yes, Barry the first of our Musketeers. But good lead for Martin Cockayne. Alan Brooks is chasing him, as is Mark Evans, but a strong 1 second lead at this early stage in the race.
Well, this is looking good for the riders out at the front. It'll be good news for Ollie and for Harvey to see their dad up towards the front of the field in the early stages of this first race of the year. Midway through lap 2 then, out of 10 for the Premier veterans.
We are picking up a midfield battle here, just coming into the carousel. Circuit still drying out. As we said at the start of the broadcast, it's not raining, and it hasn't started raining since then. We've got quite a dry line appearing on most of the corners now, but still slippy in places, as we saw at the end of that last race.
Yeah, I think we're looking at Julian Grommet at the moment, back here on the 75 for the first time since his accident last season. He's been doing a good amount of testing, I've been told, in the off-season, but this is his first competitive outing since his accident last year. Great to see him back here at Teesside. Here's the battle then for 2nd place, Brooks and Evans, and it looks like Evans has got through. Yes, he has indeed. Mark Evans on the 161 goes up into 2nd place, but Brooks is fighting back, or not quite able to get the move done through the first hairpin. How will he do through hairpin 2? This is great racing here by the veterans over 2nd, 3rd and 4th place.
This looks to be another one of those that's going to rage throughout the race, Andrew. Got a good feeling about this particular battle.
Brooks trying to defend from Steve Booth there in the red leathers. Oh, down! Oh, down has gone. That was Mark Evans coming out of hairpin 4. Oh, that's such a shame. He'd just taken 2nd place. He's back up and on his feet. Can he get the bike running again? Looks like he's okay. Oh, but that's it's that corner again. Hairpin 4 claims another victim here at Teesside. It's so slippery offline. And, well, that's a real shame for Mark Evans. And, well, we'll just see it again. Just gets a little bit offline. And yet, just the back end of the bike goes into a low side, and down goes Mark Evans.
Yeah, a little bit different from our last 2 incidents there, Andrew. That seemed to be mid-corner rather than on the exit where you're getting the power down. Still very slippery down there, right throughout the corner.
And we have got one of the riders, I think, on the outside. I think Paul Ward is also out of this race. I just saw him in the back of shot there with an issue for his machine. Well, that promotes Alan Brooks back into 2nd place then. Steve Booth still there in 3rd. Barry Prue, really good run this from Barry. He's up to 4th place now, and Craig Willits is joining in 5th.
Yes, as Craig looks to seize the initiative there.
Great move up the inside by Craig Willits on the 311. He's now up to 4th place. Can he hunt down Steve Booth and Alan Brooks?
Strong lead so far for Martin Cockayne. He's 6 seconds now. 6 seconds out in front with 4 laps gone.
And here we look again at Craig Willits up the inside of Barry Prue. Very fair racing from Barry. Left just enough room. Craig Willits took it and expertly took that 4th place. Here's your battle for 2nd. Still Brooks ahead of Booth. And Barry Prue, I think, challenging or trying to get back into that 4th place. Looks like Craig Willits isn't as strong in the first half of the circuit. Bit of a gap developing now between 3rd and 4th.
Yes, they've broken into pairs by the looks of things, Andrew, as our new 5th place man, Barry Prue, looks to gain position back. Alan Brooks still defending 2nd place from Steve Booth.
You can see there in the distance, Martin Cockayne is already 6 seconds plus clear of this battling quartet.
Yes, we've seen some strong leads so far, but this looks to be the strongest of the day so far. I don't think anyone can realistically look to be catching Martin at this point.
No, he's looking in a league of his own here at Teesside today. Steve Booth has a little check over the shoulder as he comes out of hairpin 4, sees that Craig Willits has dropped behind a little bit.
I think this is our leader.
It
Martin
is indeed.
Cockayne.
He's just set the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:22.904.
Seems in his rhythm, doesn't he? As a back marker gives him a thumbs up, letting him through. These veterans obviously no strangers to understanding as and when they're being lapped.
Yeah, that was the 1:61 of Mark Evans, who was up in 2nd place momentarily earlier in this race. But look at Steve Booth. He's really starting to challenge Alan Brooks now for this 2nd place. Can he make the move down into hairpin 1? No, not quite that time. Maybe he'll try and set it up for later in the lap. But Steve Booth, at this stage of the race for me, Jacob, looks a little bit quicker than Alan Brooks.
Yes, and very daunting image of the larger framed man hunting down the smaller Alan Brooks. I'm sure Alan wouldn't mind me saying that, because it probably means he's faster out the corners. And so far,
you speak as a man of experience on that kind of thing, Jake.
That I do, as a 97 kilogram driver myself, and yes, driver. I'm not yet a rider. I fully understand the disadvantages of a larger frame.
Yes, I've seen Mr. Harris race on 4 wheels. There's no way we're going to let him race on 2.
Not for the next couple of years, anyway.
Martin Cockayne then still leads this race. He's now 7.9 seconds clear in the lead ahead of Brooks and Booth. Now, who we're looking at here, I think this is the fight over about 13th place with Steve Allen, Jeff Mills and Dean Bednark. And yeah, I think Jeff Mills is trying to get through here. He's hustling the back of Steve Allen. He took the place off Dean on the last lap. That was for 14th place.
Here we're back to 2nd place, where Alan Brooks seems to have got just a tiny bit of breathing space from Steve Booth. Not as close as they were last time around. And have we lost a rider? Barry Prue is back up into 4th.
Yeah, he is.
On the screen looks to be out on his own.
We'll have a little look at that in a moment. Here's still your battle for 13th place. Steve Allen at the front of this bit of the field, followed by Jeff Mills and Dean Bednark. But Jeff Mills on the yellow bike, if he can hook up a couple of laps, he's looking a little bit quicker at this stage of the race than Steve Allen.
It's into the first of our hairpins. A bike length between them, different lines through the 2nd one.
Yeah,
and who gets the better drive.
And if Jeff Mills can get, well, he almost got alongside Steve Allen there, but that's a very difficult spot on the circuit to overtake. Can Mills set something up for the start of hairpin 3? Allen looks, well, Allen gets good traction and a good run through the parabolica. Round the final corner then, still Steve Allen from Jeff Mills, Dean Bednark in what is, yes, still the closest battle out on circuit. 3 laps to go then, on to lap 8 out of 10. Leader is still Martin Cockayne. Now, what are we looking at here now? This is the battle for 8th place. This is Simon Chambers and Pete Forsyth. Pete's had a good race, come up through the field a fair bit. There is Craig Willits, we just saw momentarily. But yes, you're right, Jacob. He has just started to fall back a little bit. He's now 4 seconds behind Barry Prue.
Yes, I believe the battle for around 10th place.
It is, yes. Gary Carter involved in there in the black leathers and the white helmet. You can see Carter on his emblazoned on his back.
Yes, he's under pressure from Andy Williams and Steve Allen in behind, both looking to make their way into the top 10. As around the outside comes one of them into the third hairpin.
Yeah, I think that might be Andy Williams, as they're all just negotiating each other. This is a good ride though from Gary Carter, ahead of Andy Williams and Simon Chambers.
Gary Carter showing up as 10th place. I'm not sure if we've had a transponder issue there for Simon Chambers, or if he's unfortunately dropped down the pack.
No, I think that is genuine. I think Simon had a bit of an issue on the last lap. Thank you as well to Chris, who's just let us know on the Facebook comments that this is actually Steve Allen's first race back after a broken femur from Llandau last year.
Great work on the pronunciation there, Andrew.
Thank you very much.
First attempt since the little lesson I gave him.
It's only taken me about 3 years.
We'll move on to Glanigors next.
Oh yes. Can we just keep it as GYG? Yes. I can say GYG. But still, Martin Cockayne leads this race as we're on to the last lap of the race now. He's 10.3 seconds clear. He's just got to keep things upright and pointing in the right direction to take this victory in the veterans. That's what I was trying to say. There he is, coming into the S's now.
An absolutely masterful ride. 10 seconds is the biggest lead we've seen all day, and he fully deserves it. He has not put a tyre out of line so far.
Well, he's got about a third of this lap to go, this 2.5 kilometre circuit here at Teesside Autodrome in the Gloucester Bike Specialist Premier Veterans class. Round the Parabolica, well clear. He's also not got really any traffic around him. Nice and calmly round hairpin 3 into hairpin 4. It's going to be a fantastic pole position to the checkered flag victory. Martin Cockayne comes over the line to win in veterans and takes the first race of the season here in British mini bikes for the veterans class. A fantastic victory. Now we wait. Can Alan Brooks hold on to second place in the race? He's been there pretty much for the whole race, apart from when Mark Evans overtook him. And
he can't, Andrew. He can't.
No,
he's been overtaken.
I think that's further down the order. Where has Alan Brooks gone? He's fallen down to 4th place. Oh, well, Steve Booth takes 2nd place then. Barry Prue takes 3rd. Alan Brooks 4th in the end. Craig Willits will finish in 5th. Richard Rice is going to recover really well. Remember, he had an incident on the first lap of the race. Looks like he's going to take 6th. Cross start finished. Oh no, is Richard Rice falling down the order now as well? We'll have to wait and see. Howard Taylor is currently scored as 6th. As the rest of the field comes through. I'm hoping for Richard Rice it might just be a transponder error. But Pete Forsyth up to 7th place. Gary Carter's finished well there in 9th place. Andy Williams just behind him in 10th. Simon Chambers, good ride from Simon into 11th place. And we'll wait for the rest of them to come through now to see the checkered flag. There they all are. So Steve Allen in 12th, Jeff Mills 13th, Dean Bednarek in 14th. Joseph O'Neill in 15th, Richard Rice in the end is qualified 16th, but I'm hoping that was just a transponder issue on the last lap of the race. Julian Gromit returns to BMB and finishes in 17th place. Mark Hancock in 18th, Carl Williams 19th, John Pearson in 20th, and then it was Mark Evans who had an issue, as well as Paul Ward 21st and 22nd.
Another great race there, Andrew. Very impressed with Martin Cockayne. Checking out at the front of that one, a 13.75 second lead. At the end
Indeed.
of that, very, very impressive, and a great battle again for second place. Unfortunate there that Alan Brooks dropped down to 4th, but Steve Booth kept him on his toes throughout the race and very much deserves to pick up that second.
Looks very tough in the veterans for anyone to try and beat Martin today. We'll see them later on in the day, but for now, I do believe we're going to move on to our new class here in British Mini Bikes. It's going to be our Junior SM65s coming up very shortly.
Ooh.